Hi there, my name is Abby, and in this video, I'll be showing the locations of the red containers in the West Kvaris region of Kvaris. Make sure in your mag settings that you have the item container red setting on. That way it makes it easier to locate these red boxes. Now, we're going to go look for number 1, which is going to be right on top of this mountain. It's also going to be shielded, so we'll have to destroy a few barrier pods. So, let's go ahead and climb up. And here it is, right on top of the peak here. So, the pods are going to be right on the sides of the mountains here. There are going to be 4 of them in total. They're not too difficult to find. Just look around the sides of the peak here. And there we go. And now that one is unprotected. And in this container here, we will find 10 Kvaris Note B capsules. Next, in box number 2, we're going to go down here on the side of the mountain here, and a bit further than that. So all the way down, we'll glide here. And here is box 2. Box 2 will contain 10,000 N-meseta. Now, we also go to container number 3, which is going to be slightly to the west of our current location. But we won't see it on the surface. It's actually inside a small cave. So if we drop down here, the red containers can be found sitting here being circled by these little fox-like creatures. Inside it is going to be 10,000 N-meseta. For box number 4, that will be above us near the tower. So, let's exit the cave here, and we're going to climb up these rock step-like things here. And here it is. So, waiting for us in this container is going to be 10,000 N-meseta. Okay, so box 5 is going to be quite a bit of distance to the east of here. So we're gonna run this way. And we're gonna go quite a bit of a distance here. Past the tree. We should be coming up to the border of this area. There's no reason to actually go into South Kvaris. Let's just follow the border around here. Past these little jutting rocks. It's going to be down way below here, among some trees. This container is going to contain 10,000 N-meseta. So, for box number 6, we need to go a bit to the southeast from our current location. So let's follow the side of the cliffs here, or the slopes, whatever they are. Jump here and glide. It's going to be right here on the side here. It's kind of hidden in a little nook. Here it is on this little shelf here. Drop down. And this container right here is going to contain 10,000 N-meseta. Next, number 7. It will look like it's in South Kvaris, but it's actually in West Kvaris. It's hiding underneath the large cliff here. So, let's go ahead and go up this side of this cliff here. And we're gonna take this updraft that we see up ahead. It's going to be right on the side of the cliff, but kind of underneath it as well. Right there. So you drop onto this little shelf here. And inside this particular container, we're going to find 10,000 N-Meseta. For the next container, number 8, we need to go more to the southeast and drop down a bit. It's lower, it's much lower in elevation. So we'll glide down here. And you should be seeing it right behind these trees right here. Here we go. And this container will hold 10,000 N-Meseta. So, the next container, which is going to be number 9, is going to be on the side of another one of these strange little rock formations. Well, I guess they're not little. But anyway, let's try to go up. And we're going to make our way over to the west. We'll go ahead and take this updrafter and continue our journey to the west here. And there it is, hiding on this little cliffside between 2 trees. And this container is going to contain 10,000 N-Meseta. Now, for container number 10, it's going to be on the other side of this rock formation. So we need to find a way to go around here. So let's see. We should be able to find a path around here somewhere that allows us to go to the other side. Which will be right here. So we'll go around, go up the slope here. We should be seeing the container fairly soon. There it is, up on this shelf. Inside this red container, there is going to be 10,000 N-Meseta. Next container, it's going to be down to the southwest. So let's go ahead and go underneath this cliff here. Doesn't take much to get to this particular container. It's going to be lying on the side of another one of these rock formations. Here we go, let's drop down. There it is, right on the side. This particular container is going to have 10,000 N-Meseta. Okay, so now we want box 12. Box 12 is going to be all the way on top of the rock formation here. So we need to find a way to get back up. So let's go around this way. Please excuse my terrible platforming. I'm really bad at it. There we go. So we get up here, and then we just run all the way to the top. As you can see it right there in the distance, way up there. All the way on top. Here we go. And inside this container, it will hold 10,000 N-Meseta. Okay, so now the next container, it's not going to be right there to the southwest. Instead, we want the one to the north of us. It's a bit of a distance, but we can glide over there to it. Be warned that this one will require us to break some barrier pods, so be prepared for that. Let's jump, go across here. All the way over here to the side of the cliff. takes a bit of a distance to get here. Here we go. So here is number 13. There are several barrier pods here. A total of 4 of them can be found. Make sure to locate them that you listen to the sound. Here you go. Here's the last one. There you go. It's now unshielded. This container will hold Cestado Armor Arga. Next, we should now go to number 14, which is also a shielded container and is far to the southwest. But it is not a hard container to get to, so let's run this way and glide. Here you go, gliding across. All the way across, way up here. It's gonna be quite far down below. Here you go. And we'll see it hiding here all the way down. This one also has barrier pods to destroy. Again, make sure you listen so you can narrow in on where the barrier pods are hiding. Like this one here is way up on this shelf here. Of course, as you can see, I kind of missed the one that was sitting up on top of the cliff. I did see this one. The last one's actually going to be up on top. There we go. Let's come over here. Last pod is right here. There. And the container is no longer protected. So let's see what's inside. This container will hold 30 pentalite. Okay, and the next container will be number 15. And it's not too far from us. It's going to be flying quite low near the beach. Well, I guess what constitutes as a beach in a snowy Kvaris. Here we go. And inside this container is going to be 10,000 N-Meseta. Next is going to be number 16. It is literally right next to the water. So all we have to do is just follow the coastline. So let's just run this away. Follow around on the beach here. And there it is. Can't miss it. This container is going to hold 10 star gems. Okay, so next container is going to be to the northeast of our current location up on the cliffs. So let's run this way towards the cliffs so we can go up. Here we go. These cliffs are not too hard to get up. Here it is. It's hiding among these trees. And inside this container is going to be 10,000 N-Meseta. Next, we're going to have containers 18 and 19 in a small tiny little cave on the coast. So, It is not too hard to get to it. We just need to follow this cliff face around. But it is pretty easy to miss the cave entrance if you don't know what you're looking for. So, analyze the face of the cliffs carefully. You should see the opening here. It's next to an updrafter. Inside the cavern here, as you can see, we have both containers sitting right next to each other. On my map, the one on the right will be the one I opened first. In this particular container, it is 10 star gems. Next, the container on the left, this particular one, will also hold 10 star gems. Okay, now, number 20 is going to be up on top of another rock formation. So, let's run out of the cavern and take this updrafter. This container is going to be all the way on top here. So, once we see it, let's glide towards it. There it is, just among those rocks. Here we go. And inside this container, it will be 10,000 N meseta. Next, the next container here is going to be container number 21. And it is going to be down below this cliff. So, let's go over to the side here and drop down. You'll see it right here beneath the icicles. This container will contain 10,000 N meseta. Okay, so the next container, number 22, is going to be sitting behind the cocoon on top of the rocky outcropping here. So let's go over here. You can see it from here. Let's go past the cocoon and up on top. And this box will contain 10,000 N meseta. Next, the next container is to the far north of here, number 23. So we're going to go ahead and glide along the cliff face here. So we'll be up here. It's not a difficult one to get to. There it is, sitting there on the cliffs. We'll drop down here. And inside this container, it will have 10,000 N meseta. Okay, we need to go even further north to get to container number 24. So we definitely want to go along the cliffs here. So up we go, following the side of the mountain here. It's a bit of a rough journey, but we can get there from here. As you see, there it is on top of the little cliff there. Here we are. And this box will contain 10,000 N meseta. Okay, next, we're going to go for box number 25, which is to the east of here, up the cliff. Believe it or not, it is not actually too difficult to actually go up this cliff directly, due to how rough and jagged it is. So we're going to actually go up the cliff here. We'll navigate, find little shelves and nooks here to help our way up. There we go. Up the side of the cliff we go. We need to go all the way up. There we go. We'll continue to go up here. Up, up, and further up. We're almost there though. Here we go. Right on this rock. And this box contains 10,000 Meseta. Next, we're going to go for number 26, which is a bit ways to the southeast from our current location. It is also on the side of the cliffs, but in a pretty unique spot here, which you'll see here in a moment. So if we went across the little snowfield here, it's going to be on the side of the cliff, but right underneath this beam. Here it is. Inside this container will be 10,000 Meseta. Okay, after finding that box, number 27 is going to be on this small peak here, or at least on the side of it. So if we get there, we're going to go all the way to this updrafter here to make this a bit easier. And we're going to take it up all the way to the top, and then we're going to climb the mountain here. This container is a little bit more difficult to get to. So up the cliff here. Following the gold ones does make it a bit easier. There we go, and we're about there. See it up right here. So, inside this container here, it is going to be 10,000 Meseta. The next container is going to be at the very top of this peak of this mountain here. We need to go to the mountain peak. So, let's go ahead and climb up. Take these rocks and use them as stepping stones. And here we are. You may have been here before due to a Blizzardium spawning here. This box has 10 star gems in it. Next, we're going to go ahead and get box 29, which is also on the side of the mountain on the other side. It's not too hard to get to though, we just need to drop down here. Right there on that little rock. And inside this container, it will have 10 star gems. Okay, so the next container is going to be very far to the northeast, like near the edge of this area. And it's going to be past this cocoon here, so we're going to glide across here as far as we can go anyway. We'll ignore that one. We'll come back to it. There we go. There we go. And our mag is now pointing to the one we're after. We're going to go all the way up here into the ice. It's going to be hiding behind that rock right here. Here it is. This container holds 10,000 Meseta. Now, for the next container, we're going to go to number 31, which is the one we just ignored. Now we're going to go back down south and get it. So let's go across the ice field. All the way down. It's a bit of a trip. Go across these icy rocks here. Down below, we should see it at the edge of this ice field. Here it is. And inside this box is going to be 10,000 Meseta. Okay, number 32 is going to be even further south from our current location. It's going to be up above some cliffs that we're going to go ahead and follow. So first we'll glide across here. We'll try not to go into Central or South Kvaris, whichever area that is. Want to go up these cliffs here. Try to go around. It's going to be on the other side of this mountain peak here. And here it is. This container will hold 10,000 Meseta. Okay, the next container is in a pretty difficult location to get to. It is sitting on top of a beam on the side of the peak that we were just on a little while ago. So let's go ahead and head west. We'll go back to this mountain peak here. And we want to try to get some elevation so that way we can get to this container. So let's go up here. There we go. And we'll jump and glide, and we should be able to see the container on the beam. We'll just glide here until we get to a good drop-off point. We'll drop down, and here it is at the end of the beam. And this container will hold 10,000 Meseta. Okay, we have one container left to go, number 34. And that one is also to the west of us. But it's in a much easier spot to get to than this one. So let's just jump and glide across here. We don't need to go on any beams or whatever. The container we should be able to see down below among some trees. This will be the last container in West Kvaris. Inside this container, you will find 10,000 Meseta. Okay, and that is it, everyone. That is all the containers in West Kvaris. If you liked what you saw, please go ahead and give a like and subscribe. I'm also on Twitter and on Twitch at twitch.tv/AphaelAmarantha. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.